Hi everyone and namaste. Welcome to Yoga with Shri at another time. Thank you so much for supporting my yoga tutorial videos so far on YouTube. So in our Pranayama practice zone today, we are going to be doing Chakra Breathing, a beautiful breath and movement routine to sort of activate and open out and warm up the chakras, which you can do first thing in the morning or just whenever you're feeling a blockage physically or mentally. Yoga with Shri. We are starting today lying down in a Shavasana, and we are going to start our chakra breathing. Okay, so lying comfortably on your back. One of the best asanas for just feeling and being aware of the root chakra is the Shavasana. So lying comfortably on the back. My heels are together, fingers, the toes of the feet are spread out, nice and relaxed. Arms are by my sides at about 30 degrees away from the body. Hands are open, fingers very relaxed. Now there's a general tendency where people tend to arch and curve the spine and sort of jut out the abdomen or the rib cage when they are in Shavasana, but consciously try to tuck in the abdomen so that the spine is aligned completely with the earth. The element of Mooladhara is earth, so we attempt to connect with the energy of the earth. 8 deep breaths here. Let the breath be fine. Exhale into the lowest part of your spine. Think mentally about the lowest part of your spine and the place where it contacts the earth. Eight deep breaths. Now starting to bend the right leg at the knee and starting to hug or embrace, keeping our palms just below the right knee and starting to hug that knee towards the chest, very gently, very slowly. Exhale every time you hug. Inhale, take it apart. Start to open it towards the right armpit, starting to draw circles and warming up the right hip. About 3 times. Hug it back and extend it out. We're going to repeat this for the left side. So bending the left leg at the knee, starting to hug that knee. Giving yourself a nice little hug there. Starting to open it towards the left armpit, like flossing your hips, and then drawing a circle. Taking it out, you can actually feel your glutes being massaged there. Give yourself a nice hug and extend the left leg. Now for breath with movement, I'm stacking up my palms, keeping it under my neck. Now, with every inhale, I'm going going to start to rise up my right leg towards the ceiling, toes pointing towards the ceiling, and exhale, lower the right leg down all the way to the mat. Okay, we are going to be doing this 8 times. Slow inhales, synchronize the breath with movement. Inhale up, exhale down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now repeating this for the left leg. This is the zone of the root chakra. So just opening it gently with our breath. Ready? Whenever you're ready, exhale and prepare. And start to raise that left leg towards the ceiling until your leg is perpendicular to your body. Inhale, raise, and exhale, lowering it ever so slowly. 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. You're bending both legs at the knees. Give yourself a nice hug in Apanasana. And starting to place both palms on the knees and open out the knees away from each other. So we open out and then we draw a circle, taking the knees forward and then back together and back near the chest. So like a big circle. I call this the hip rolls. These are brilliant openers for the Mooladhara, and you can also simultaneously feel your lower back being massaged. Ready? So I'm going to inhale when I open out the knees and exhale, taking them back towards the chest. 8 times. Enjoy these movements with breath. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Give yourself another hug and relax. And back to Shavasana. This time we're going to go into a reclined butterfly, starting to warm up the Swadhisthana chakra. So opening the knees away from each other, soles of the feet together. As you can see, this creates a beautiful opening in the place where your torso joins your legs, right in the lower abdomen. So from here, exhale, knees back together. It's like opening and closing the knees. Inhale, open out. Eight times in your pace. Rocking back and forth along the length of the spine and making our way up. Going into a tabletop here. 10 fingers on the mat. Hands, wrist, elbows and shoulders in a straight line, and knees are stacked up right beneath the hip. Alignment is very important in tabletop, and a nice neutral spine, neck in line with spine. Doing about 5 to 6 cat-cows here with breath. So starting to tilt your lower back towards the ceiling. Starting to tilt the pelvis, and you can just feel your entire spine stretching, opening the heart, extending the neck. As you inhale, gazing up. Exhale, rounding the back as much as you can, gazing down at your belly. Neck is free of any tension. We do this movement 5 to 6 times. Inhale as you gaze up. Exhale. Inhale, belly drops. Awesome. From here, tucking the toes, going into a downward dog. So this is your first downward dog for the day. You might want to start pedaling your feet, walking out the dog, stretching out the calf muscles. Maybe have a little bend in the knees as we extend and send our hips up and back towards the ceiling, tucking your belly towards your spine, lengthening the spine. Inhaling here. Let out a deep exhale through your mouth. 2 more times. Let it out, let it all go. Brilliant. We make our way back to the mat. Now breathing and stimulating, activating the Manipuraha or the solar plexus, which is the belly and the region around the belly. This is best done by the Kapalbhati Breath. So we can sit comfortably cross-legged or ankle over ankle. So taking in a nice deep inhale, placing the hands on your belly. So be careful. A common mistake that people make while doing Kapalabhati is that they start straining their face and exerting the whole body. Kapalbhati is nothing but a series of quick exhalations. So when I take a deep inhale, so that is Kapalabhati. When you do the exhalations, this activates your solar plexus. But make sure the other areas of your body need not participate. Only the belly goes in successively as you exhale. So no strain on any other part or the spine or other things like that. Ready? Take a deep inhale. Doing 10 times and then taking a bit of rest. One more time, deep inhale. And rest. Make sure you don't do more than 10 times in a single round of Kapalabhati. One last time, deep inhale. Filling the lungs with air and exhale we go. back to normal breath, relaxing. Now that we're done with the solar plexus, we move higher in the chakra spectrum, and the next is the heart chakra, and I love to do it in the puppy pose and bhujangasana. So making our way back to tabletop and starting to walk the hands forward. So make sure you're in a good alignment in tabletop and starting to walk forward all the way towards the mat, forehead towards the mat. You will find that your heart space is nice and open, breathing here. 8 deep breaths. Making our way back up and lowering the body all the way towards the mat. Hands just by the chest on either side. Rising, inhale and rise into a bhujangasana or a cobra pose. Stretching out and opening the chest and the heart space and simultaneously warming up the upper back. Exhale as we make our way back down towards the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Way up and back to the mat, sitting in a cross-legged sukhasana. I just love doing a bhujangasana on a puppy because the anahata chakra is not only the front or the heart and the rib cage, it is also your upper back and shoulders. So these are things that are prone to get very tight, especially if you are in a job that involves sitting or looking at computers all day. Your shoulders are going to be stooped right there. So such poses really help to open and get that energy going in the heart space and then subsequently to the throat chakra. So now we're just going to warm up the throat chakra or the Vishuddhi, the zone of expression or the zone of the voice, expressing yourself freely. So best way to do this is to just sit cross-legged. Inhale, do a backward neck extension. Feel that stretch and exhale back to center. Once you're done exhaling, chin to chest. Don't breathe here because this is a lock, throat lock. So inhale, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, back up. One more time. So that stretches out all the muscles in the front of your neck, and also a backward neck extension is particularly helpful to reverse the effects of the forward neck syndrome that a lot of computer users particularly suffer from. This can have very very bad effects on the curvature of your neck. So this sort of throwing the neck back and then extending it and then forward flexion really helps to reverse some of that damage and opens the throat chakra right up. The last two are the third eye and the crown chakra, for which we are going to go into a very relaxing child's pose on a tabletop, sending our hips back towards the heel and extending our hands, reaching out into a child's pose. Or you can have your hands, your arms either side of the body. Feeling your forehead on the mat. Sort of massaging the third eye as you breathe 8 times. Starting to just glide forward onto the crown of your head for a rabbit pose, lifting the hips off the heels. Find the center of your head on the mat, breathing here for the crown chakra. Heels back, hips back towards the heels. As we make our way slowly up. So that was a breathing sequence which you can learn and then do it continuously without any breaks to warm the body right up. So like I say, breathing to open up the chakras with subtle movements. It's like opening windows to the various rooms and letting the chakras warm up into balance. So it just does a host of good things for the body and the mind as well, since we are involving the breath. Thank you very much for joining me on Yoga with Sri. I'll meet you with yet another video. Namaste everyone.